there's so much to talk to you about, but I have to start with the saris.
Okay.
I have to.
All right, do that.
Just because, as you once said, when you started being a performer in nightclubs, a singer in nightclubs, and you've always interestingly identified as that. You know, you've said, before I was a playback singer, I was essentially somebody who sang in nightclubs. And the girls, young girls at that time, used to come in slinky black dresses, and you brought out your kanjivarams.
Yes. That really wasn't a strategy, you know.
No, it was just natural.
It was just natural also because I can't say poor, but I can say definitely very, very middle class upbringing, okay? And a family that has, 6 children, and my father was in the police. Where would we have a huge wardrobe or something like that? So one wore just what was given or had. And straight out of school, I wore a shalwar kameez. And within a couple of years, I started wearing a sari. And it was mostly my amma's saris that I wore, my sister's saris that I wore. And I think it just came to me naturally because there was nothing else. And you know, Barkha, I don't know about you, whether I'm sure you must have noticed how kids today, I mean, when I say today, I mean for the past 20 years or so, they are so confident, you know, and so poised, and they're so bothered about how everything is matching or not matching.
The Instagram generation.
Yeah. And
we grew up before that.
Yeah. You too?
What do you think?
Anyway, but I think that, you know, we were so happy with the few things that we had.
And we were okay with things being a little out of order.
I know.
We didn't have to be perfectly manicured.
Absolutely.
Right.
Manicure. I never knew what was manicure.
I mean, put together.
No, in those days, I didn't even know what was
correct.
manicure because I was always biting my nails.
Same.
Yeah, me too. So I paint this one and keep this for biting. So one hand is for biting. The one that holds the mic is the one that looks good on the... These are my secrets anyway. So I think the sari just became so part of me, really. And
did you always know how to drape one and wear one, like, naturally?
A lovely question you asked me. The first time I wore a sari at home, I mean in Baikala, that was where I lived. It was a check green sari, okay? Green and black checks. And I had, unfortunately, just a white blouse. That's so South Indian, you know. You go to Madras and you'll see all the ladies near the temples and, you know, all with their terrific Kanjivaram sari. They're always wearing Kanjivaram because also Kanjivaram keeps you warm in the winter. I mean, when it's cold. And, cold or nice,
cool,
pleasant
comfortable,
in the heat. And it's really got that amazing. So when people say, how can you wear a Kanjivaram sari now when they ask me when it's so hot? Or, I'm used to it actually. But this green sari, I'll never forget how it took me so much time to drape because I did so want to, I think somewhere emulate the way my mother wore it, okay? And first I put the sari, I took the pleats like so. And I kept on putting more and more and more, because it was very slim, okay? I put so many pleats, and I hope you're the camera that's taking me. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So I took the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. And then when it became 7, I thought, now let me check if the aanchal is okay. I mean, if the pallu is okay. And there was so little of that. So I took it all out and did 1 and 2 and 3. And still it wasn't okay. Then I realized I had to make the pleats much smaller. And, you know, it took me maybe at that time about 10 minutes to do. Today I can dress in 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Yeah.
That has to be a world record of some kind.
Yeah, I'm a very quick dresser. And I think by now I know that it's got to be 5 pleats.
You know, I watched this incredible cred video of you and your saris. It was beautiful. Every sari had a story. How many saris do you have?
Actually, I don't have so many that people think I have thousands and things like that. I really don't. I think because of that, I happen to count how many I have. And it's about 500. So even that is, I feel ashamed of the fact that I own so much, really.
It's a lifetime of saris.
I know. It's a
lifetime of work, actually.
And most of them, by the way, have been presented to me after my shamelessly saying that I like to have this color or I like to have that color, and they present it to me. But yes, for work, I do buy saris, but today the prices are so prohibitive, prohibitive, really. I mean, you can't even think of buying a sari for less than 20 to 30. And I know that my first sari, which was presented to me, was 126 rupees. Kanjivaram
Wow.
sari in 1969. So you can imagine, you can't even get a piece of rag now.
Yeah.